Hello everyone, just a quick reminder, you can now support us on Patreon. You can get this show and all our shows a day early, and lots of other goodies by supporting us. If you like what we do, and you want to see us do more, you can find us at patreon.com/StudioOmegaYT. Thanks for your time, guys. Hey everybody, before we get started, I just want to remind you that this episode That's right, everybody, it's time for Let's Talk Life, the Universe, and Everything, aka Fake Grand Order, because that is everything. I am one of your hosts, Don't Panic, Omega, and with me as always is my co-host, Always Panic, Lucky.
And
with
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope everyone is enjoying Fate Grand Order, also known as letting your inner Oni out. And while we here at Studio Omega try to bring you the latest in FGO-related news and memes, we do have to say that we will be talking about current and future events for both the JP and EN versions of the game. So anyone not wanting spoilers, you just go get drunk with the servants.
Also, we're probably going to spoil other Fate stuff later for reasons. And joining us, not as always, but with increasing frequency, the Voice of Saint Quartz!
Increase.
How in the world do I keep sticking around with you people?
It's your own
Stockholm
fault.
Syndrome.
It's your own fault. It really is.
Full effect.
Because, as we talked about a couple of shows, still not out at the time we made this, but you were the one who asked us to talk with you for 3.5 hours.
Yeah, well, unfortunately this time you told me that you'd be talking about a lot more I'd be interested in, so I guess I can come out of your closet for this one, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I feel like we should just connect our closets together.
Yeah, but then I'd have to deal with you even more, and, that pains me, because you won't stop chiseling me. Stop it!
I gotta roll Mama Raiko, alright? I have a need. I have a mighty need.
Yeah, well, I have a need to keep my body intact. Thank you!
See, he needs his quartz body so he can roll his next problem, which is not a mama. You streamed that right away in the middle of the night, didn't you?
Yes, at 3 a.m., right as maintenance ended. Immediately as maintenance ended. I was right there, the whole time, on standby.
In case you didn't notice, Quartz is an absolute madman.
I need, mama. Madness Enhancement EX makes me strong.
So, if Voice is here, let's ask another important question. Where the fuck is Ron?
Apparently being an ass to one of our well-loved patrons, the ass.
So this probably needs a little bit of elucidation, but E3 was last weekend. We did a big thing where we got together and we talked about recording it, but I asked you and Lucky, you were like, nah, let's not. And I was like, yeah, that's a lot easier. So we just hung out in our general voice channel and talked to the community, and we watched the E3 streams. So we got to hear, and we mean that literally, from quite a few members of our community all over the world. We heard from several people, one of which was Byrne, who turned in, and her mic quality wasn't great, but I didn't say anything. And Lucky, you didn't say anything.
Nope.
No, Ron said something. Jerk face. But that's okay. Like I said, at the time, it was like the quintessential Ron comment. He was just so deadpan. Oh, gee, your microphone's really bad. Rude. Alright, let's go ahead and check in with everybody's favorite Kohai, Mash, for a quick pro tip.
Senpai, 起きてください.
That's right, it's time for Wake the Fuck Up Senpai, our regular segment for pro tips. Here's a new thing that I learned that some of you may not know. Not that you should want or need to, but you can fast forward dialogue by holding the screen. So you just tap and hold. This stops at choices, so it's not quite a skip, but it's literally, you can just fast forward. It's like all your favorite
I literally discovered this
visual
by
novels.
accident this week too.
Yeah, I did also.
And I was like
just
reading story.
I was furiously tapping
Is this
through
something
the story for
Is this
something.
something they just added or something?
No, it's probably always been there.
You
It's
got-
just I've never felt the need to press and hold the screen. I was
You
just kind
guys-
of idly tapping through the story at a point.
You guys, You skip the story? I don't.
No.
I don't skip this amazing narrative. I don't know.
Well, I didn't mean to skip it, but I went back and read it in the
Wait, you have the log too,
singularity
by the
log.
way. It's a tinier button, but you can always scroll back in the log, which sometimes you have to because line breaks are weird.
Yeah, they are.
But yeah, no. Like,
And sometimes you have to go, did they really say that?
Yes. Sometimes you're reading and you're just like, wait, what was that? Roll that back to me.
So one more time.
Because FGO is sometimes very casual about its. It'll just drop shit on you out of the corner. You're like, wait, what? But
Kicking
yeah,
you
no.
at the
So
side
if you're
like
ever in a
Ishii
situation
Wakamoto.
where maybe perhaps you're like revisiting a story scene to like check out a different dialogue option, and you want to just scoot through to that might help you out. Otherwise, yeah, it's just you. You really shouldn't need to do this, but you can. Just a little thing we learned.
That's available.
Let's move on to Records from the Throne. That's your cue, Lucky. I'm happy thing.
Sorry. But the only thing I got here is I got an MP3 banana, and I put this in parentheses. So far, I have not given up on Mama Raiko yet, but I am not consumed with vengeance like I was Jean Alter. But the drive is there.
That's because I haven't gotten anything out of this. There's like 2 tickets I think so far from the raids. One of which I got a Romulus, and the other one I got Faithful Companions, the 4-star CE. I did have a lot of friend points saved up, which I immediately dumped in with this, got in, but I only got 1 copy of the 3-star CE, and no Koutarou yet.
You are all beneath me.
Yeah, no. Actually, this is a good question, because obviously it was 3 o'clock in the morning, so no, I did not watch you stream. Did you stop at NP1, Mama?
Well, I did not stop at NP1 Mama, but I did not get NP2 Mama. I have 1 copy of Mama. I have NP2 Ibaraki. I got NP8, if that's such a thing, Fuuma Koutarou. I got an extra copy of Nursery Rhyme, so that was a thing. I also have 3 max limit broken copies of the 3-star CE. I have 2 max limit broken Faithful Companions, which is the 4-star CE, and 1 max limit broken of the 5-star CE, along with 2 extra copies of the 5-star CE.
I forgot because it didn't really register, but I got spooked by waivers, so now I have MP3 waiver.
Well, Lucky, finally, you're about to be on my level with my NP4 waiver.
I'll catch up one day.
This is the part where in Discord I would slash me and say sits in the corner with no waivers and no Tamamos and no Sansa.
Well, at least you would probably raise yours, because I have neglected to raise mine for ages. He's only level 70.
Well, not having one, I would almost assuredly, because I'm that guy who's always like, where the fuck are the support waivers?
And I'm that guy who's like, who needs waiver? That's the only thing I call on for support nowadays, because I have like every other 5-star I'll ever need.
The rich get richer.
I think I have all the 5 stars I need, but I don't have all the 5 stars I want.
In fact, I have definitely all the 5 stars I'll ever need and want, because I have Mama. Mama is all I need. Mama goes in every team comp. Mama is used for everything. Mama is love. Mama is life. Mama is me. I want to be inside her skin.
Excuse me when I go get the crowbar again.
Well, we're going up to crowbars? I thought we were still in the hammer and chisel.
No.
Now,
Please stop, no!
Wait, do we need to go up one more, or do we need to go to the sledge?
Spare me. I'm just enthusiastic, I can't help it.
Well, this was in pretty well to Not All the World's Evil.
So, through a combination of overlated brown use and Mama Raiko tits, praise be to Blessed Raita, I suffered like 4 nosebleeds yesterday. This is why we're recording a day late.
Yeah.
It's just because between like the lightheadedness, the heat, and all that stuff, I was just not feeling good.
Yeah, I was like, are you gonna be alright? I'm like, your health comes first, that's fine.
Oh no, trust
like,
me.
Oh, it stopped, and they were like, okay, do you want to record still? And you were like, no. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Well, I said I still got 1 more nosebleed after all that, so I was just like, Yeah, my kitchen sink, well, not my bathroom sink either looked like a crime scene or avant-garde art. Just red and whites everywhere. At one point, I like sneezed and shocked. Yeah. Once point, I sneezed while I was trying to clean out my nose, and I got blood all over my mirror.
Ew!
At which point, I immediately responded, you never asked for this.
No, I didn't. It was horrible. Oh my god, I was just getting angry.
In case you forgot,
yeah,
I secretly have detective skills.
Yeah. So
this is all extremely relevant for our leader master feedback question.
But no, it's like I have been going. As I was saying earlier, I haven't gone whole hog or rolling for Mama, but I have spent a fair bit of money. And things are definitely tight, but I'm budgeting ish. I won't I'm not gonna have to worry about
the thing that will kill Lucky is after this raid, like I get one ticket, I get a YOLO ticket, and if I get a Mama, then he'll be dead. Then I'll be dead. That might push the binge button.
It is so very difficult for me to not just spend my tickets on the spanner again, to spend everything I have on the spanner to get NP2 Mama, because she won't be back for a year, and I need more Mama. I need all the Mama. I need so much Mama. I need NP2 Mama, just stronger, better, faster. Mama, more NP gain Mama.
See, this is the weird thing. I'm not crazy like these two guys. On the other hand, I'm actually able to use Raiko in the event a little, shockingly, for completely different reasons, I'm sure, than most people. I actually really like her character. Like, her animations are exactly the sort of character types I like. Like, her quick...
Oh, no, dude, I love,
arrows and, a lot of lightning effects and stuff. It's very cool and smooth. And also, we get this a lot, I think, with servants that we read about, but we don't, actually watch a lot of their content. I was a little surprised with, how... Not necessarily how she sounds, per se, but a lot of, how her dialogue is. It's very weird to me that she is an EX-ranked berserker who is quite so soft-spoken, and, she does have that
Yeah, I know, I was actually expecting her to be, I was expecting her to have, a much, deeper voice, and,
we should not be surprised, because Kyo exists, but...
Yeah.
It was different, and also literally one of her card lines is an ara ara. Literally.
Yes, I know, and I was all like, "Oh shit, Mama intensifies, Mama intensifies."
But have you heard her laugh? Have you heard her laugh? Have you heard the laugh?
I have not heard the laugh.
Oh, because every once in a blue moon on your extra attack, she will laugh like a fucking mad woman, and it's amazing.
It's really
this
good.
Is my Mama.
Now, I'm actually very curious. I should look up what. Because the Summer Lancer version of Raiko has a notably different personality. She's still fundamentally the same, but her priorities are...
She is the Senate.
Yeah, she is the capital. But her priorities are switched around as a Lancer. So I think I'm kind of curious what that dialogue is like. I've only ever seen, her NP and maybe some of her animations, but that was last summer, so I don't remember.
She also kills people with a yo-yo. Eternal arms mastery for life.
Also, she confuses the shit out of, Karna and Arjuna by just throwing, Vajras at people. They're like, are we related? I think that is literally one of Arjuna's, memory lines.
Because spoilers!
My father's thing?
Yes, because you see, I did my research. I know everything about Mama. I know that she's related to Ushi Gozen, which is actually her in this timeline. And also, apparently Ushi Gozen goes by several different names, one of which is the incarnation of Indra, which means that she is able to summon this evil divine bone lance spear thing because she's actually the incarnation of a god. Secretly.
Or not so secretly, because, you can kind of read that stuff in your profile. Or,
she's made of lightning!
Also, you could watch our FGO Wanted video where I covered all that. Because I noted that Raiko's FGO lore is weird.
Yes, it is.
Also, once
Turns
again...
out Ushi Gozen's not a separate person.
No, that's just what Raiko is like when she's mad. When she's Oni, she's Ushi Gozen.
Yes.
Get your Cowtits jokes in now. Because she will fucking destroy you.
Yeah.
With lightning!
But yeah, no, and also, a great note that because Minamoto no Reiko was historically, in real life history, a man, they pull the old, the clan elders disguised her as a man. I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
How?
With those boobs?
How the fuck? How? You could
Like,
at least go the
blessed
Drake
rights
route
are-
and be like, nobody dared think she was a woman because she was way too cool. I like to think that
It's
that
okay. The
anybody
lightning
who,
good did it.
yeah,
The lightning
anybody
did it.
who tried to look down on Raiko Kentucky just used his sweet flying kicks with lightning. Because, by the way, Rider Kentucky is out, and his animations are fucking rad.
He is also lightning.
He has a literal dynamic entry kick. He has his own NP theme, which I did not know until I actually played this, which is fucking amazing. Also, his NP is great because he just runs one person over with his super fast fucking motorcycle.
Golden.
Yes, we're super golden. That, I think, thoroughly moves us into Conte Free Talk, because, hey, guess what? There's no news this week. There's
We
literally no
are
news.
none.
But that's okay, because we're gonna make up for all that with lots of servant talk.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We got a lot to talk about, because events are out, which means there's servants who are new to some servers.
And Mama is one of them.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about her.
Yeah, we can talk about Mama.
I can
But
always
first,
talk
let's
about
just
Mama.
do our first impressions of Onigashima. Which, our first bullet point, of course, is golden levels maximum. Because they are.
Intense golden!
Kentucky
Golden.
literally enters by deriving his motorcycle off a cliff and just smashes into the scene. Ishiwakamaru
I don't know.
is very
I
dangerous.
honestly think that Ishiwakamaru is also very adorable.
Yes.
Like, she was always, like, it's kind of a top-tier waifu, you know, you just want to give her headpants, but now that they put a lot of time into, like, letting you see more of her character and how she is, and kind of the childlike wonder she exhibits, even if that childlike wonder is her with a fucking dangerous sword.
She will fight you to become the dog.
Yeah.
I am
Like,
definitely
immediately
the
when
most
you get-
loyal one.
She's like, immediately when, like, she arrives on the island, she's like, oh my god, this is, like, fucking Momotaro. It's all like, we're like the companions. Like, oh my god, I have to be the dog. I'm all like, you do you, you precious brat.
But Foe wants to be the dog too. Fight
I'll
me! Take that!
Oh no, I was like, no, I'll race you for it. And then they run off along the beach. I'm all like, this is precious, but also kind of weird.
By the way, we should all ask, fully adult Saber, whichever Minamoto Ushiwakamaru is, so when?
Even more naked, that's what. And win. And that's
Acceptable.
not PG-13.
That's also that's apparently the Minamoto clan way. Like I said this before we
like-
started rolling. You know, Kentucky is shocked to see Ushi's outfit, and I'm like, once again, Kentucky.
Do you
bro.
even know who your mom is?
Exactly.
Well, to
Hi.
be fair, she is covering all her bits.
That is true. Yes.
Theoretically, but
And so,
I mean,
like, so Kentucky
the
only gets
form-fitting.
real- Yeah, so it gets most dangerous when Mama Raiko goes for that hug.
Uh-oh.
but yeah, Kentucky's dead. The
Dead.
poor boy is just dead. He does not into women very well. I blame Shootin,
I can also kind of blame Mama, too.
probably, but
Well, but you see, that's just her in her berserker form, because we don't want to know what her saber form is like, because, as I said, and I'll say it again, she is the Senate!
yeah, supposedly Saber Raiko would be super terrifying and unmama-like.
She would eat you! With her sword! Somehow.
Yeah, something like that. Which would also,
Doji.
you know, some people would probably be like, I'm okay with this, but also, yeah, no, like, I think it's even Kentucky might mention that, like, in the summer event, talking about Summer Raiko, like, yeah, no, you probably don't want to see what 100% serious Raiko is like, because that would be bad.
That'd be bad for everybody, okay? Okay?
And if Kentucky says it, it's
Well,
probably
let's just
true.
be happy with the fact that she's fighting with a yo-yo. Let's let her have her fun.
So, then we get into some weird stuff, because, the raid closes when the HP is gone. There's not a defeated cycle, like in a Restaurant. So, me, I ran out of battery, doing the story quest before, so I had to recharge a lot. I got in, like, 2 runs of the Green Oni. Like, literally, I did
even get that.
both 1 BPs, because I was like, okay, let's warm up, let's see what this is like, let's see if I need to spend beans, and then it was like, oh, he's dead already.
Rip. But, rip me, I didn't even get a chance to run it once. Like,
Yeah,
I was
holy
like,
shit.
I
I
started...
don't know what people were doing. Well, I know what some people were doing, because, hey, guess what? Just exactly like I said on last show, I opened up Writers and I grabbed Bobby, who already had if not a max limit break sumo CE, already had a very big sumo, and on Maeve, and just cleaned his clock, completely obliterated that guy. But yeah, no, like that one went fast, and then the blue one we almost didn't finish. We were like down to like 2 hours left before he fell.
Yeah, we're doing all right on this one. We're at wait, how many zeros is this? Fuck, 3, 6, 9, 12. What's 2 and 12 zeros?
Are we still in the trillions? I think.
No, I think we're still at 2 quadrillion, but it's over half.
We're over halfway's bar. It's a lot,
well,
but it's doable.
Guess what? Rip me even more, because I haven't even really participated in the raid whatsoever, because I've been training Mama the entire time. 80s style, baby. Hearts on fire! That's my purposefully bad singing, by the way. Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, so we're not gonna get a copyright strike on this video.
Nope. Thank God.
Well, we might, because you guys haven't heard what I did.
I had the only choice I had was to train Mama.
No, that's
fair.
And
I had to do it in the most epic way possible. The only way I know.
That's fair. Though, you could also partially train if you did the actual event, because you can get EXPs.
Yeah, well, guess what? I want to be ready to kick some serious ass with Mama. I don't want to play around with, like, level 50 Mama and be like, oh no, Mama, why are you dying? I want her to destroy everything.
And then when we get to the top of the mountain, I'm going to use Nobu and I'm going to destroy Evil Mama a lot.
Well, guess what? I'll just use Mama to destroy Mama. How about that?
Which I think is perfectly accurate.
Can your brain even handle that much Mama at that time?
Don't try me.
Yeah, you're going to try yourself there, buddy.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, so, clearly, despite the fact that it's Father's Day, by the way, this is our Father's Day episode, the voice is literally just here because he's a huge baby and he wants to talk about his mama.
Mommy!
Which sounds like a joke, but is actually accurate.
Yes. Yeah. Love your mother, kids.
I'll say this, though. Maybe I'm just spoiled by the, like, elegant simplicity of the last couple events for story, because, like, Rashomon was very simple. Like, a couple of the last ones started getting into it, but some of the story parts of those quests were very short. And then, Journey to the West was on, like, a timer, basically. You did one a day. Or actually, no, you didn't. You ended up doing one a day because you needed to get talismans, but it was timed out. Unless you were crazy, but honestly, why would you rush the story in that event? Because without the story, all you have is grinding. See, week 2. But those were very simple and measured out. This one, to me, the story's kind of memey at points, and a lot of it's good, but at the same time, there's a lot of make work. Like, there's a lot of beating up scrub Onis over and over again.
It's so boring.
And the first node is a 5-pip node, each with a story in it. And it's like, okay, I get what you're going for.
Yeah,
you're like introducing
forever.
the events, and you're trying to introduce Koutarou, and then Kentucky Rider comes into the end. But holy shit, I have to spend so long beating up completely worthless. They're like not a challenge at all. They've got like 1,000 HP, some of them.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a lot of make work in what is a raid event with a damage point ladder. Like,
I love when they start big events this way. Completely tedious.
And it does get shorter as it goes on, because there were like 3 nodes with a few pips between gate 1 and 2, and then between gate 2 and 3, where we're at right now, there was like one battle which was just 3. Shooting an Ibaraki up a few times. It's super easy. Raikkob will show up in the last one and completely trash them. Never mind that literally just grab Medea and just Rule Breaker, you will obliterate Shuten. Literally, like, just pop high-speed Divine Words, and Shuten disappears. Because she's only got, like, 50,000 HP, I think?
It was something like that. It was not tough, no.
It's less
nothing
than 100k
compared to Rule Breaker.
Yeah, just slap damage CE on Medea, and just use that class advantage. No, it's real bad.
Yeah,
I imagine there's these 2 rowdy Onis who are talking about, like, they're gonna smash us. Because that's just how it goes down, and then I'm just like, Medea comes out and just, like, pops Rule Breaker out like a prison shiv, and everybody's like,
Yeet!
we're gonna go now. We're gonna run away. which was lore compliant, but we'll get into that in a second. So yeah, no, it's like it seems to come together as a story, and there's a lot of stuff that's good. We'll come back to that in a second, but it's oddly front loaded, and it feels like work, which really it shouldn't. The story parts should not feel like work.
I don't know. I'm a guy who enjoys the story, so it didn't really bug me because I'm like super enjoying the story as it is. Even just like seeing the interactions between Koutarou and Kentoki, like seeing Ushiwakamaru be Ushiwakamaru. It's like Benkei showing up and being up ridiculously swole, and everyone's all like, "What the fuck is up with this?"
But I hate fighting enemies that are beneath me. And Mama.
Well, also, I noted this though, like, especially since you've been doing that training montage. Mama's almost too good for these matches because, like, they give you to her as a support a couple of times, and it's like there's literally nothing for her to do. The enemies just evaporate anyway.
Mama must feed.
Very angry at Shuten and Ibaraki. Literally called her an insect.
Yeah. Insects must be destroyed. Squash like bug. I could just do this all day. I love Mama so much.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Byrne is throwing some shade. She says insects are greater than cows.
But cows feed. They feed us. Insects do nothing. Insects are meant to be squash.
I'm kind of sad. I think I already used my shitty meme image about milk.
Yeah.
Insects are useless.
That's okay. We have that thing Galerion made us about Here's Mama. I think it goes perfectly with what's going on right now. But yes, we have our
yeah. Can you tell that Mama is absolutely one of my favorite servants like ever made, ever,
No.
everish, every form ever.
Oh man. Though talking about the story, I do want to note this real quick that the humor is top notch, fucking top percent. Shout out to the localization team for this script. There had to have been some definitely like some picky word choosing.
Yeah, I said there had to be some artistic choice here because with like when Tomo and Kyo show up as like the ad bosses for the raids, like they have some select word choice.
This bitch probably goes woof.
Oh yeah, no, there's a shitload of screen caps of this event, especially Kyo's dialogue. You have to be like, oh no, it's just head pats, and then she's like, what? I will destroy you. I will destroy everybody until only I am left. I'm like, okay. Okay,
like,
Kyo,
no.
I'm gonna back up, and I'm gonna put Jack here, and she's gonna take care of you. Because see, to Jack, I'm Mama.
Let's see what else about like Onigaishima.
Yeah, it's obviously
I
not
am
done
super
because
stoked.
the story is also still raid locked, so we can't get to there's one more raid boss left before we get into like repeatable stuff. So we haven't even seen the full story.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. I just didn't mean to interrupt, but I remembered instantly after a while one of my least favorite tropes in anime did make its presence known in this story mode. Okay, so I did play a little bit of it at least in between training Mama, and I noticed that she does show up pretty early on, and everyone is like, could it be? Nah, probably not. And I'm like, who the fuck do you think it is? Like,
well, to be fair,
ability. Like,
to be fair, only Kentoki knows what he looked like, and at the time where she first appears, he was off, like literally
Also,
running over Oni with his
Kentucky
bike.
clearly knows what's up at multiple points.
but even
just doesn't tell
Uchi
you.
was like, wait a minute. Nah, who is this person I think I recognize-ish, sort of, kind of. They feel weirdly familiar.
Like, maybe they're my super ultimate great ancestor.
It was super ultimate.
By the way, once again, in case you didn't get that, Uchi and Raiko, same clan.
Yes.
And in
But
fact,
yeah, everybody
mentioned this a couple
refuses
times,
to
but,
recognize her.
Ushi's sword is actually one of Raiko's swords. Not the famous one that cut off Shuten's head, the one from the Earth Spider.
Wasn't it like the
Spider
Usa Midori?
Something like
I don't know how
that.
to pronounce it.
It's a long Japanese name. But
The
yes,
one that
no.
killed the Tsuchigomo.
Yeah, he said it.
Tsuchiko.
aka Earth Spider. So
Oh, wait,
yeah, but
was it the
you're right that's very clearly telegraphed to the audience.
Yes,
Like,
I hate when they do that because I'm like,
especially the way
come
Kintoki
on,
acts. It's like
people.
he fucking knows. Later when
Get a clue.
Later when they're like, oh gee, is there alcohol in this tea? Kintoki's like, Oni's alcohol. And you're like, Kintoki, do you realize something? He's like, nope, nothing going on here.
Is it just
grab a motorcycle."
denial?
It could
Is it
just be
just
denial.
denial?
He's just like, I really don't want to see Shuten again. Shit. I'm all, I'm in my leather jacket with my motorcycle, and she's gonna make fun of me.
She's gonna make me very uncomfortable
She doesn't
talking
need to
about
see me like this.
because Shuten shoots in, and she says things in a very suggestive yet violent way.
Oh yeah, like her amazing, very subtle dialogue from Rashomon, where she's like, Kintoki, how about we rub our bodies together? I'm just like, whoa!
Or, in this one, she has great lines where, like, oh, do you want to put a collar on me? Or we could try it the other way around, and Kintoki's just like, girl, you crazy. We're gonna fight now. which is how Kintoki responds all the time to Shuten. He's like, I'm gonna deal with this. We're gonna punch now.
The banana was being a bit of a tryhard, so definitely decided to bully her more.
Yes,
I need I have this.
Ibaraki's dialogue is great as always.
Oh, I got my next hot spring. Huzzah! I have this mental image of someone just literally German suplexing Ibaraki, so she's literally stuck into the ground by her horns. Just leaves her there.
Stop bullying the Oni. Stop bullying Banana. Stop it.
But she's
No,
so
I'm not gonna
adorable
stop.
when you bully her.
Yeah.
Like
She
when
awakens those
she
sadistic
gets
urges.
bullied by Shuten.
Which is not
Shuten
fair.
hurts.
Stop it. Stop bullying her. She is a good girl. She does not like to pick things up off the ground and eat them.
But no, like it is quite funny. The two of them actually interacting together in this event because Shuten teases and bullies the fuck out of Ibaraki, and Ibaraki is just like, Shuten, I am a simple Oni. I do not understand this. I just want to set them on fire. And she tries a lot, but then Ushi uses a secret technique to cut fire in half. Yeah, it's great.
But it's fire. I mean, that.
No phantasm.
And sort of, if we're gonna start getting into physics, we need to give a long hard eye at Medea, and it's all like, what is magic? And she'll probably just sigh and give you a very big eye roll.
Let's not talk about what magecraft is. Let's not go down that hole.
Yeah,
That's a bad idea. That's a real bad idea.
And we already have so much on our plate today.
Yeah. Let's shift gears a little. Or actually, should we do so you didn't get that 5-star first, because that's technically on point. What do you think, Lungy? Should we stay in Onigashima?
I don't think we're really even talk about it. As I said, we're kind of story-like right here.
No, I mean...
People have been getting their farming on,
wanna,
on the side.
Do we want to...
And I am central focused on Mother.
And I said,
There is
tomorrow,
nothing else but Mother for me. There is only Mother. Always.
tomorrow I'm probably going to drop another $80 and get another 140 quartz, and then after that I'm done. So next week you guys will know the results of that.
Or you could buy shirts and then give Lucky more money. Alternative, we have talked about PayPal donations because we haven't set up streaming donations or anything. But if you throw shit at our PayPal and just leave a note and be like, "This is for Lucky to roll Mama," just let me know. Just like you can let me know if you're sending money so I can buy XCOM DLCs so I can get more cosmetics. So everybody can look crazier. Because that's the thing we're doing. I'm doing... Off and on, I've been streaming XCOM, and members from the community are the character pool, so... You guys should check that out. You might see yourself. I got Lucky already. He's great. He's double purple with heart patterns, and his gun is pink with heart patterns. Sadly,
Faithful
I don't think I
representation.
can control what your class is, so I think you ended up a grenadier. You make stuff explode.
I can respect that.
That's okay. I ended up support. I got a little drone buddy. Anyway, no, I was saying should we move into so you didn't get that 5-star, or should we switch gears to talk about the Imperial Holy Grail War? stuff.
I say you guys talk about Koutarou and Ibaraki.
Alright, so let's do So You Didn't Get That 5-Star. Which is a segment we do whenever there's a new banner for a 5-star, because everybody knows you throw a lot of quartz, and sometimes you get servants who are on raid up who aren't the 5-star. Other times you get the 5-star right away. Other times you get the 5 stars and you don't get any copies of the 4 stars. And you get 2 Teslas on 6 tickets. I'm still sad. I can't not be sad. There's no Lancer Altar in my life. Anyway.
That's okay. I'll just play with my Grailed 10, 10, 10 NP2, motherfucker.
This is the part where Lucky's gonna go focus on raiding so he can overtake Omega.
That's okay. I pushed him more, which I can do because level 100 Mordred. I don't have her skills maxed yet because they're expensive, but I'll get there. Also, we're not gonna bother with Instinct. That's a terrible idea. That's a waste of QP. We'll just wait until they fix that.
The sun is weak.
Hey,
You
hold on.
need a king who does not have skills that suck.
Class advantage with special trait damage. Thank you very much.
I don't care.
Boys.
Protection of World's End is better than any skill Mordred has. Shut up.
Take this outside.
She's got Secret of Pedigree. That's real good.
Fuck pedigree.
It's real good, though. That debuff clear, and the NP charge, and the defense up, in case...
Super power! Unlimited
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna go play Starborn for a while. I'll see you guys later.
Oh, actually, that reminds me. What is it? I remember one of your tweets, Voice. Which sermon did you roll while you were... did you roll a sermon while you were listening to... No, it was Ninja Sex Party.
Oh, yes. Yes, I was rolling for Shu 10 while listening to Ninja Sex Party.
What was that? Hey, fun facts. We're back on point. Anyway, let's talk about non 5-star new servants in this banner. So
yes, and not how I got NP3 Shu 10 while listening to Ninja Sex Party. Anyway, yeah, Ibaraki, right?
Well, let's start with Koutarou, because he's more common.
Oh, okay.
Literally. So he's a star generator like Jack, but not as cute, but easier to roll. Probably. I say that, I don't have a Koutarou, but I do have a Jack. Funny how that works out sometimes. So he's got a QQQ AB deck. All about that quick. With an AoE quick NP, so that's a lot of quick cards. Solid hit counts, which balances moderate NP gain. Very good presence concealment, it's like A+. He makes a lot of stars. That's his move. He's got, I think, the same, or maybe even, like, better by, like, 0.1% star gen than Jack does. So, yeah, with all his quick cards, he makes a shitload of stars. And then for skills, he's got a Sabotage, which is like Robin, but it's less useful than on Robin because it does not poison, and then thus it does not have that tie-in to his NP with the gobs of damage that Yubo does. Like, seriously, if you ever need a discount archer to kill stuff, it's like Urali or Robin are your main answers. But it does do a crit chance minus instead of poison, so it's supportive, and the percentages are okay. I would say that his ninjutsu A++, yes, that's 3 pluses, is much better because it's a targetable evade, which ups the target star evasion, or star generation, so that's quite interesting, and could be incredibly useful because, you know, you can drop that evade wherever you need it, but also on himself, which he probably likes. And then his final skill is a little weird. It's Suspicious Shadow, which lowers enemy debuff resist for a turn. You probably want to use it in conjunction with either his first skill or his NP, or both. Or if you're doing like a team comp thing, because it's actually got pretty good percentages, it's just I don't think he does a lot with that on his own. Because he's only got 2 debuffs. Well, you know, 3, but you know what I mean. Like, he's got 1 debuff skill in his NP. And then his NP has a few hits for damage, although it's quick, obviously, so it's not stellar. And then it has a chance to inflict confusion, which is an interesting stat, and I think it might be unique to Koutarou, but basically it's a chance to skill seal each turn. A bit like how Gilda-Raze has the Fear status, which has a chance to stun each turn. This is the same sort of thing, just skill seal. It's not great, but it's a thing. Skill seal is a very conditional effect, because sometimes skill seal is bad because that means the enemy is attacking you more. But other times, and he's really like to stack really annoying skills.
I'm looking at you, chimeras.
Or Spriggans.
Spriggans, yes.
Though confusion would be weird in that case because it's not a set skill steal chance. So yeah, Koutarou is a supportive assassin, really, if you think about it. He does not do big damage on his own, though obviously he has okay star weight, so he can. Though he'll rather be outweighed by the likes of like archers or riders. But he does, like I said, have good hit counts. He will make a lot of stars, and as said, he is less rare than Jack, so theoretically you should eventually get a full, NP5 set of Koutarous. You can use him for different things. Also, his animations are pretty fun. He throws kunai at people and teleports and stuff. Because he's a ninja.
He's interesting.
So
he's basically
yeah, go ahead.
He's basically a 3-star Kato Danzo when she comes out.
Which makes perfect sense because of who Kato Danzo is. But anyway, that's a discussion for an entirely different time. Also,
In the future.
Kato is an adorable robot lady, and you should roll her.
I'm gonna roll her.
I love robot ladies. They remind me of myself.
Let's talk about Ibaraki, who is what you should expect from a Berserker. Her star-related stats are bad. Her NP gen is quite high to compensate for the fact that she has Quick Arts Buster deck with limited hit counts. I think her best is Quick, which is like 3 or 4.
Yes, where she spins like Sonic the Hedgehog.
I haven't got a lot of chance to see her normal animations, but yeah, no, that makes sense. I'm kind of reminded of the fact that how hilarious I found it when I finally fought Shuten in the story during Rashomon, because I'd used her a couple times as a support in the raid, but those people had already got her at max extension where she's got a sword. Shuten's animations are way more hilarious when she's just kicking ass with a cup. Because her early
Spin the
ascensions are
win,
just
baby!
slapping people with cups, and then her fucking axe kick. Why do all these ladies have axe kicks? But yeah,
Because
so,
we need more panty shots, Omega.
Because we've
I
got Ibaraki,
almost guarantee
so
you that's the reason.
Ibaraki's skills aren't imaginative, but are pretty good. She's got the Oni power type charisma that Shuten had, so she's got a decent team attack plus, and then an NP power up for herself. She has disengage for a decent self heal and a debuff clear on a short timer, which is used in the story several times. But yeah, no, she does that both in game. And then she's got a high level morph for emergency defense. So on the initial turn when you pop it, when it's maxed out, you're looking at like 60% defense up. Because it's 30% and then an additional 30% on that turn. So she will endure some hits. Which obviously as a
She is a berserker made to last.
Which is good because,
Kinda
hey,
like
if
her.
you didn't like fighting her in Rashomon, you should be glad because Rashomon Daengi returns and it has the exact same effect. She does big damage, she strips buffs, and then does defense down and overcharge. So you can do an NP Buster chain, and you will do some hurt on a boss like that. So, yeah, she's a very good boss killer, and she will actually survive quite a bit. And if you want to check out our similar sort of, like, mechanical-focused unpacking of Raiko, that's our wanted video that I did before she came out. Talk about a lot of her stuff. But the short version is Raiko Buster crits, in case you can't tell. It's almost like that's some kind of important thing that's really potent in this game. Because that's where all the biggest damage is.
Make the critical stars. Gather the critical stars. Unleash NP. Repeat process. Profit.
Though it is a little interesting, like, right? Because Raiko also has Eternal Arms Master, which is the same star weight up skill that Lancelot has, but Lancelot has, his setup, which is he's got a quick AoE NP with shitloads of hits. And he ups his attack for it, as opposed to Raiko, who has a Buster, though it has a few hits, but it's a Buster AoE, and then it's ups her Star Gen first. It's kind of interesting to see how they make characters who do similar things, but do them differently. But yeah, no, Raiko's real good, guys. She just sweeps a lot of shit. From using her on supports, I think her NP gen seems a little slow, but maybe I just wasn't getting good, like, card hands to use. Because obviously, servants rarely exist in a vacuum. But yeah, no. And her animations are real fun. Lots of lightning, lots of arrows. It's good.
Splits into clones of herself.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I am now forbidden from saying anything because I have said too much.
Yeah, you
I
can
have
say more.
spoken
You
too
wanna-
much
you
of
wanna-
Mama.
you wax
I am
on
all out of
but,
gas.
Otherwise, we're gonna move on to new servants, where I'm sure you will also wax on.
Oh,
And possibly wax off.
Oh, Omega. Oh, man. Oh, no, I must save myself. I have to save myself. We have to get through other people before I can finally talk about Oryou-chan.
Yeah, you gotta go through one first.
Yes.
Actually, no, the way this is written, they're at the bottom. So that works. That's the big finish. Let's talk about Okita Alter first.
Woo.
So she's an alter ego. She's got a quick Arts Buster deck. Quite high attack. She has the highest attack of the 3 5-star alter egos. Has some decent stats. With her hit counts, which are pretty good. Her NP gain on an Arts Quick should be pretty good. And then her NP gain, her starter gen, and attract are all this roughly average for the alter egos, which they're generally middle of the road. Like, they've got a star weight similar to a Saber, for instance, and stuff like that. So it's not super high, but it's not super low either. It's very well balanced, which is a very interesting approach, I think. So her first skill improves Quicks and Buster performance a little bit for 3 turns. It's not as good as the Quick up on her regular version, but it also does Quick and Buster. So it plays into her slightly altered deck and set better.
And it's also not one turn like her
True.
original form.
Yeah, because actually, lore-wise, it's way stronger. The reduced Earth just lets you flash step, basically, just close the distance between 2 points quickly. I think is this Boundless Step or something? It's literally just, she can just full-blown teleport now. She can jog anywhere she likes. Okita Alter is super fast. And then her second
If you
skill
couldn't
gives
tell
her
from her Noble Phantasm.
Yeah. Which she doesn't remember the name of. But we'll get into how adorable she is at the end. Hint. It's a lot. She's a lot. Her second skill gives her a chunk of NP charge, and decently improves her star weight for a turn. Not like crazy high percentages, but enough that unless you're doing something else with star weight up, you'll get her. And then her third skill is NP damage plus, and then a 1-hit evade. And it's notedly 1 hit, not 1 turn. So, theoretically, if she's not going to get hit, you can proc it and then have to worry about it for a while. But it's, so actually, before the mics were hot, both on air and just in text, Voice and I had a little bit back and forth about her skill set. Like,
Yeah, we were hot.
It's a weird skill set, I think. I will admit that.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
come
because
out and
her
say it, I don't like
NP charge is on one scale, and then she's got NP power on another, and then she's got her star weight on her NP charge, and then her evade is on her NP power, so it's very strange about your timing. You have to think about when you're popping these skills. You have to think about when you're popping these skills, and especially with the way she's worked out, like she's got a passive on independent action, so her crits can be quite good, right? But getting her to that point is a little tricksy. You got to figure that out.
All right, let me lay it down on you, man. Apparently, what we discussed was, all right, so the idea here is that you gain a bunch of critical stars the first turn from her awesome quick cards.
Which are
Hopefully
really
you
good.
got them. And then you use Fudan, which is her increased NP gauge skill, which also doubles as her increased critical star rate skill for gather rate for that point as sorry, I'm stuttering a lot. I don't know why. Mama's still having an effect on me. Anyway, I'm gonna repeat myself for a second. Blah, 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 blah. So you gather your quick I can't spit this out. I have to be totally serious for a second. I have to be Okita Alter for a second. Okay. Alright. So, you use your quick cards, get critical stars, then you use Fudan, increase your NP gauge, increase critical star rate, or gather rate. Fuck. And as well, you use Muhen, which increases your NP strength, which also apparently applies evade for 1 turn. You use that all on the second turn after you have all your critical stars. That's when you're supposed to do it. Unfortunately, that's stupid, because what if that doesn't happen?
Right. It's very tricksy, but because she's got an AoE Buster NP with a sizable Buster resist down, I think people have said it's smack between the one that's on Ivan's NP and then the one that's on Semiramis' third skill, which makes sense because
And
Semiramis
that's a
is tied to
problem,
critical stars.
because in order to optimize that, you need a team that uses lots of Buster cards. So, that doesn't mean a lot of helpful NP gain. You are pretty much then just relying on Okita Alter's quick cards to do all the NP gain for you, which, not good, because that means that her skill set, which does not help her NP gain almost at all, except for Fudon, basically, what you're telling me is she's gonna fire once, and then just sit there for, like, a few turns, and just be like, I can't really do anything.
I've heard that often NP, if you don't even bother with a Buster Chain on her NP, you just do, like, quick arts or something. Supposedly she gets quite a lot of gauge back from that.
But that's so lame. I want a Buster Brave Chain.
Theoretically, she can use her NP again while the enemy is still on their 3-turn Buster down. So, you should, if you get the right cards, be able to also multi-NP, and that'll do more damage.
Theoretically.
But yeah, no, a lot of Okita's problems are that a lot of these are theoretical. She's got a very selfish and self-centered kit, which can be a problem because she's not alone on a team most of the time, and she's not really self-sufficient. She's only got a one hit evade, and then her HP is okay for a 5-star. So it's a little weird. That said, there are some benefits, and you could clearly like build a team to help her. Also, just on her own, her star gen can be good, so you can just use somebody else with a higher star weight and just feed them stars from her. Like she can combo into helping people.
She still has regular Okita strengths.
Yeah.
So
it's just what she does is a little weird, and I don't know. Another advantage is that she is an alter ego, so she has a very broad strike range. Like if you're farming, say, a node that's all cavalry classes, she will be better than a berserker because she does not take extra damage back and can do quite a lot of damage output. Also, foreigners obviously are a big deal. Theoretically, with as much damage as she can output, as the highest rated alter ego, she might help in a theoretical CCC rerun, because there was a boss who was weak to alter egos in that, and, she has the most attack out of them, so that could be a thing. But yeah, no, it's a weirdly specialized kit, and I can agree with people who find it strange. She has a lot of power, and just applying that is hard. You have to think about it. Which
what if I want my NP, but I don't have a lot of critical stars? Like, well, do I want to use Fudon anyway? Or, like, do I just want to hold out for critical stars? Or what about, like, Muhen? What if I need my evade, but I don't want to, like, waste my NP strength up? Oh no, Doshio!
But hey, you know what solves your problem of, I don't have credit stars right now? 2030. I've always got credit stars.
Yeah, that would help. Hopefully you have that.
Hans also helps. Just have a Hans lingering there with a 2030. Oh yeah, no, I got some critical stars. It's fine. Also, I can buff you and heal you. Healy buff you. But yeah, no, it's like, Okita's not bad, because even if you don't do any of her nonsense, she's got a lot of attack, and she's got quite a few buster cards, right? And quick cards, too. Like, she can do some work. It's just, trying to do all her things at once is hard. So maybe you don't even bother. Maybe you just do one of her things at once. Like, you're just like, fuck it, I'm just going to ignore the NP, and I'm just going to focus on generating shitloads of critical stars.
I need to survive, I'll apply the evade.
Yeah. I will just generate shitload of stars and make them stick to me. Or maybe
Which, by the way, this is no Eternal Arms Mastery. This is 300% at level 1 to 500% at level 10. It's not Eternal Arms Mastery, which is like 3,000 to 6,000.
If you put her on a team with other characters who have like star weight ups, she's not going to work out. But she still has, I think it's like a star weight 100. So
she has 99.
99. Okay,
so,
So it's middle of the road. Like, so with her buff, she should not necessarily be outcompeted by normal characters who aren't, juicing up their star weight somehow. But still, yeah, it's not a 100%, you are definitely going to get all the tendency for stars. Speaking of Star Attract, let's talk about Okada Izou, who is a new limited 3-star assassin. I think he's the only limited 3-star in the game.
See, admittedly, I didn't read up on what he actually did before the stream. And now, I'm so happy I did. Now I know why at Media's tier list loves this boy.
Yeah, he's big on the meme list.
He does two things really fucking good, and that is arts critting. That's really kind of one thing, but it's two things combined into one thing. He's an arts crit man. That's what he is.
Yeah,
who can also make his own crit stars, because he's an assassin with two quick cards.
So, he's got quick arts buster deck. And he has the star and NP gen you want from that kind of card set. And decent hit counts. So he generates stars and NP fairly well. He's got not the tippy toppest, but he's got an A rank presence concealment, so that's good. And then you've got his skills. So who baby? Alright, so first, you've got a big fat damage bonus versus humanoid. And then bonus crit damage for 1 turn. By the way, all servants are humanoid. God. So, yeah, no, it's a big deal already. And then he has Mind's Eye Fake, which gives him 1 turn of evade, and then also gives him more crit strength. Gee, I wonder if he likes crit strength. And then, here's the kicker. His final skill is Assassination, with lots of A+, which is decent. It's about similar to what Okita's does. But it's a star weight buff, but it has a turn cooldown at level 1 of 5. That means at level 10 it is on a 3-turn cooldown. Which is...
My god.
Bonkers.
He's full of stars!
Yeah, you know how we talked about how Okita was selfish and not necessarily self-sufficient? Okita's self-sufficient. He does all the things he needs to do all by himself.
Yeah, he don't need nobody else. He could literally solo bitches.
He has a single target Arch Noble Phantasm, which... gives him, what was it? I think it's...
It increases his own critical star drop rate even more for 3 turns.
For 3 turns. Oh, by the way, it's not super heavy hit like Chronos Rose, but it's a multi-hit Arts Noble Phantasm, and he can NP Arts Chain. You can do this a lot. You can probably stack that Star Gen buff. Did we mention he has 2 critical strength buffs? Also, he's a single target, so...
He's full of crits.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage, and he has a special trick damage, too. So, holy shit, this guy's pretty good.
Big damage, big NP gain, brrr. Kill all the things!
The main drawbacks here is that he is tied with Koutarou for the lowest HP of a 3-star assassin, and has middle-of-the-road attack, so with his only defensive option, the 1-turn evade from Mind's Eye Fake, he might be a little fragile. You definitely want to make sure he kills anything that could kill him fast before he gets got, because he will.
Not like that's hard.
It's not necessarily, but yeah, no, watch that out. He'd be really good in Onigashima right now, for instance, with that Buster resistant rider. Once again, why they decided to go that route, I don't know. Oh gee, I can't use Carmilla. Whatever will I do?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a couple months ago there was a free 4-star arts assassin or nothing who's really good at what she does.
Nope. It's too bad she just can't cast her status effect on this Oni.
Yeah, no,
that would be too easy.
That'd be too easy, but it'd be real funny. Let me just proc instant death on the 6 million run. Woo! Actually, no. The way to do it would be to make instant death work, but then you don't get the damage points.
I was going to say, would that even work? Because it's casting death. It's not actually dealing damage.
That would be the dumb thing. That's probably why you can't do that. Other than just it's a boss. But here's I think our big winner. The Welfare, which means automatic NP5. Ryoma Sakamoto bringing his swag, and the adorable... Thanks, Oryou. Also, by the way... This is kind of an important thing. We talk about pronunciation occasionally. I've noticed some people have been writing it Oryou, because
she's Oryou-chan. That is what she is.
No, that's the wrong long vowel. It's Oryou. It's like a long O, like OU sound, rather than a long U sound, like Ryuko Matoi, which is relevant because Arc System is making a kill game. Holy shit. But anyway.
She's my little Oreo dragon cookie.
Yeah, that was the other thing I was going to say. I think you were the first one who said that.
Yes.
I immediately named my image folder for them Oreos.
She's so yummy!
Also, she's dressed all in black, and Sakamoto's in white. It's great, they go together.
It's even worse. It's even worse by the fact that she really wants to eat you, the protagonist, and I'm like,
Oh, she wants to eat cookies.
Yeah, no, she, Oryou being a dragon
Eat my
lady,
cookies,
or a snake
Oryou-chan.
dragon lady, she likes to eat people and things.
nom 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 nom.
To Sakamoto's
like
distress, pretty sure that's one of the NP lines is like, I'm gonna eat him. Oh wait, no, it's, Sakamoto's like, wait, don't eat that guy. Ah, shit, you ate that guy. By the way...
And she eats him anyway.
Yeah,
Because that's what the NP is.
Yeah, let's not even get into skills or stats or any of that. These two are just amazing. Oryou's...
Sorry, it's my job this podcast to be the cringy guy because
Well, yeah, because Lucky's not
I
saying
came on
anything.
here
He's
for
just
one
rating right
exact
now. He's-
purpose, and
Well,
that
Lucky's
was
taking a backseat.
to
I don't even know if Lucky's still here.
completely just blow my load all over all these new waifus and such that I love
I'm
very
pretty sure
much.
Lucky hasn't spoken for like half an hour.
Nope.
By the way, we're an hour.
Lucky has gone away.
Maybe you can come back because we're talking about Dragon Girl friends. But just their dialogue is amazing. Like, as expected from his historical character, Sakamoto's like he's pretty chill, he's friendly, he's great, but his interactions with Oryou and then just Oryou's just how she is, like, oh my god, guys, she has a deadpan Pisu with the full double V. By the way, this is her NP.
I thought it was a joke,
right?
but no, it was something glorious!
Yeah, that's her NP line, and also a special NP story sprite cut in. And then she turns into a snake dragon and eats people. So, I'm so glad that these guys are a welfare, because they are a blessing on this house.
They are the coolest new servant.
Yeah,
That's just
no,
my
it's great.
opinion,
And, hey, like, if you want to talk about double servants, their animations are fucking amazing. Like, the extra attack is they literally appear on either side of the target and just ora punch him.
Tag team ora.
Also, Sakamoto uses a sword, which is important because he's actually a master swordsman. And he's also got a revolver.
Oryou-chan is his standal. Because you see, Oryou-chan is the noble phantasm.
Yeah.
Bum bum.
Yeah, and let's they're married. Let's get the obvious jokes about riding out of the way.
Is he a rider because
He rides his wife.
10 out of 10 humor.
It's not like we already made that joke with Maeve already. Also, by the way, that's totally canonical, literally. Player interlude. She just fucking says it. That's me taking a quiet drink to pause the comedy.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, she says that outright. She's just like Mash is like,
I don't understand, Queen Me. Why are you a rider? Is it because you ride a chariot?
she's like, are you fucking dumb? It's because I ride men.
I ride dudes, and Mash is like, I am a cute, adorable marshmallow, and I don't understand what you're saying. I'm a melt now. And
Mash doesn't know what the sex is.
Well, she wouldn't.
We
but
must
anyway.
teach her.
Be careful. If you do that, she becomes a dangerous beast.
Ooh, baby, I'm all about dangerous beasts. I mean, I want a yandere dragon wife.
Let's all take a moment to put a big pause in this and thank Redrop. Thank you, Redrop.
Thank Blessed Redrop. And thank Raita.
Also, thank the fuck out of Paco, who does like Nobu and Sakamoto's art. And there's a new super fancy Nobu story sprite in this event, which is incredibly dapper and amazing. Alternate costume, when the fuck?
Oh shit. Yeah, she's also edgy as fuck now.
Yeah, no, I think I don't know for sure, but I think I may have gotten a little bit of my wish for a more serious event with Nobu, which would be cool.
She kills all the people.
Well, she's good at that.
Yes. But now she's indiscriminate about it.
Alright, so let's actually talk about what
again.
you can use Sakamoto for, besides just hanging out.
Oh god, I thought of a great
joke.
joke. Hey guys, remember in the original GudaGuda when there was that whole charade about, oh, you're the good Nobu. No, that's the bad Nobu. Ha 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 ha.
I miss those times. Now
Yeah,
it's all bad Nobu. Very bad Nobu. Very, very bad Nobu.
Hey, so Sakamoto, middle attack, pretty good HP though. Got a quick arts buster deck. Hey, guess what they do? Hint: single target arts NP.
That also has a chance to decrease charge.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good, and obviously because it's a single target on a welfare, so that's real rad. That's the big damage. But NP gain is a little slow to compensate because they got a lot of hits, but still enough, especially with some of the later skills. Also, they even with one quick card, it does have a very high level of writing, so that quick card is very effective. So you can get quite a bit of NP out of like an AAQ.
Yeah, it's almost like we're starting to develop yet another arts crit servant. Whoa!
Oh my god, are they good at something?
Because he does more than just have a really good riding passive.
Yeah. By the way, there's also a divinity passive in there for that little scoosh of extra damage.
Scoosh.
Just a pinch. Divinity's not much, it's just a little pinch. Though supposedly there's that one like challenge quest in summer with the crabs who like neutralize all normal damage, but they still take that little extra bit of damage from divinity, which is hilarious. So let's talk about skills. Unfortunately, the first skill is a very bland charisma. It's a C+, so it's like 8% to 17% or something. It's not great, but it definitely sets the tone that Sakamoto is all about team buffs. Second skill, you get a little bit of NP charge. It's 10% flat, it doesn't scale. And then you get a decent debuff resist for your whole team. So, not anything to be mad about, but also you'll notice, okay, so this is clearly, we're a little lowered on the actual amount it does to compensate for the fact that these are affecting your whole team and also have quite quick cooldowns altogether. And then
Oh
the
yes,
last skill,
all of them at level 10. 5 turns.
which is a great setup.
That's amazing.
And then the third skill gives you the whole team a little bit of arts buff and then drops some stars on you. Not a super high amount of stars, but a decent amount.
Oh, but guess where all those stars are going?
Yeah.
To the
He's a
rider.
writer. Hey, guess what riders do? They soak up all the stars because they have really high star weight. I hope that was clear to you already.
And guess what Sakamoto loves to do? He loves to ride his wife. So we're gonna be making lots of NP gain to get there real fast.
Yeah. So, you know he's a team player because he's got all of the team thing. Oh gee, he's got an Arts Noble Phantasm that reduces enemy charge. I wonder what archetype that sounds like. Stall. So yeah, basically, it also does damage, so it's a little bit better than your problems you may run into sometimes using the likes of Tombo and Waver, where, you know, an NP card is like, okay, well, it's not gonna do damage, but it's gonna do other good stuff. Tombo at least has her charge loss on a skill, so you can do other stuff, but still. Yeah, no, but...
Oh, excuse me.
I'm gonna leave that in.
Thank you for the contribution, Lucky.
Just getting my inner demons out. My inner Oni, excuse me.
Well, you know, drinking does that, so you're not wrong.
Yep.
But yeah, so basically, Sakamoto and Oryou, they slot really well into a common archetype. They are team players, though obviously that means they can be self-sufficient, but because they are team skills, obviously, they work really great with team.
Yes,
So-
they are meant to help everyone.
And like I said, the fact that they've got a Noble Phantasm that does a thing and is a card type that matches that thing very well means they will find a lot of people to play that team game with. You know, we've already mentioned you could you know, bring your favorite stall casters along. There's everybody's favorite Janu, who at this point in Japan has her NP interlude, so she no longer stuns herself, and is all about those arts cards. And she also generates stars per turn. It's almost like Revelation is her only really good skill. Rip. Was it God's Judgment and True Name Revelation?
What do they even do? God, actually I know what they do, but...
No, True Name Revelation is real garbo. God's Resolution is okay, because a lot of bosses are servants.
NP strength down? If it's not Nightingale, it's no good.
Also, it's NP strength down only on servants.
Oh, yeah, just like the stun, only on servants.
I mean, a stun is a stun, and there are a lot of boss servants, so that's pretty good, but still, yeah, no, Jean's skills, except for Revelation, are real garbo. It's almost like, I feel like that's a problem that rulers had for quite a while. I haven't looked at what Ruler Martha's skill set is like anytime soon, but she's probably okay. Sherlock's got a great skill set, though.
No, Martha's skill set is completely different.
Well, Ruler Martha is also weird because as a character she punches people, but
And she punches people with 3 Buster cards.
Yeah, that's for considering that rulers are de facto tanks because of their class resistance. That's an interesting place for her to be in. But don't worry, someday
Anyway,
we'll get
do we have
3-star
anything else to
rulers.
say about Oryou-chan and husband?
Also double piece. No, like seriously, these guys are
Yes, piece to piece.
as characters, they're great. As an actual usable unit, they're great. It's great that they're a welfare. It's a really interesting,
love them.
visual design. But unlike Animary, both of them are visible on screen at all times. Oryou just floats over Sakamoto's shoulder and it's just like, "Hey, what's up? I'm gonna eat you." You know, just hanging out, having fun.
Yeah, and she punches things.
Also, in case it's not
Yeah,
clear,
we're
her
visit
character
this-
is extremely deadpan, and it works great. This, maybe what they call the gap moe. Because her actions and personality are completely at odds. But yeah, no, they're fun.
We'll revisit this in 2 years.
Yeah, fucking yeah, we will. Just, we've talked a big game about quite a few welfare servants. Like, Kentoki's finally here. He's super great. We talked about him earlier. He punches people with lightning. And shouts about it. But yeah, so those are our new servants in JP. Prep your wallets now. Though obviously, okay, doke. So let's see. We're quite over an hour. Let's roll right in. Let's do our CE spotlight real quick. This didn't get a lot of traction, but Black Grail still won as predicted. So Black Grail's an interesting CE, I think. Fairly useful, but obviously a double-edged sword. And
I mean, what more do you want? You wanted a stronger NP, so I gave you a stronger NP. It's not like you care about that little demerit. It's nothing. Just sweep her aside. Yeah, you want the 60-80% NP strength. Yeah, you like the NP strength boost.
yeah, it's a real big NP strength up. That's 80% at max limit break. That is a lot of NP strength up. That's almost doubling it. At just the tiny little, completely insignificant cost of minus 500 HP around. That's minus 1,000 HP for 2 rounds. If it goes 4 turns, you're down 2,000 HP. That's definitely, yeah, it's fine. It's not like starting servants literally don't have that much HP. Also, by the way, this doesn't say it will leave you with 1 HP. I haven't tried it, but I'm pretty sure Black Grail kills you if you let it. So watch the.
No, it'll kill you.
Yeah, no, it'll get you.
I've had it happen. It will kill you.
Oh god.
So what do you use Black Grail for? You use it because you want your NPs to be bigger and badder.
I want to smash!
Again, this isn't out yet, but the voice talked through a strat you can do with Saber Lily using Black Grail, because she actually has quite a bit of power packed into her NP, and has a very significant self-heal in there. So, she can do a lot of damage that way. It's still not optimal, because poor Saber Lily and her stat distribution. But it's a thing. Also, I've seen Black Girl recommended on servants like Carmilla, because Carmilla also heals herself with her NP, and does quite a big smack. And just, you know how in events like Rashomon, or right now in Onigashima, or Saber Wars, where you get that bonus damage? This is a lot like that, just for your NP. It's a lot of extra damage, which can really help you out sometime, especially if you're using a servant who doesn't hit super hard very well.
But guys, you need to remember, no, NP strength boost does not increase the ability or chances or anything non-offensive.
Nope,
like
it's just
that
damage.
servants like Waver or Tamamo might do.
No.
Stop putting this and Heaven's Feel on your Wavers and your Tamamos. Stop it!
Yeah, that's not how that works,
I keep
guys.
seeing it by support. Stop it!
It's not how that works. NP strength is just the damage. All that other stuff is on a fixed percentage. If you randomly do more with them, that's probably because you put them in an NP chain and got overcharged suddenly. It literally does nothing. Though I suspect some people might put Black Rail and Waver just to troll. But other people are idiots. Seriously, guys,
Yeah.
stop it. It's not a thing.
It's a waste! Why would I ever friend you? I will delete you!
And of course, art-wise, Black Grail has either the lovely Irisville von Einsburn or the equally lovely but also scary Justice Ainsburn or something. We're not sure. It's one of the Ainsburn ladies who is also a magical wish cup. Unfortunately, they literally look exactly alike, so no one can ever be sure. And we're going to refer you back to our...
wish. I wanted a stronger NP. I got a stronger NP. What more do I want?
And we will refer you back to our one of our Zero Order episodes where we're like, hey, yo, playable black girl win. Which would be super easy because seriously, she has her own MP, she has her own skill set, just make some of them scalable and stuff. It's fine. Bing, bang, boom. You could do it for Kiara, you could do it for Black Grail. Alright, so that was our quick CE spotlight. I'm not going to set up another spotlight poll just yet. I think it'll be servants. We've been doing CEs for a while. Feel free in the comments to leave some suggestions for servants you might want to vote for. I'm pretty sure George will go on the poll to see if people will push for him, because there's a lot of Church of George going on. Everybody loves George.
All hail the blessed tank priest.
He is pretty tanky, especially when you grill him to 90. But anyway. That was the other thing that made the Green Oni a breeze. Anyway, let's move on to, as voted on by our patrons. This is another thing. If you have any similar topics of this type you want to see on the show, leave those in the comments down below. Because we've only got a couple left, which is what basically what the fuck are noble phantasms and what the fuck are class containers is the short version of what those topics can be. But this time, what is an altar? Because this is Teach Me Omega-Sensei. That's me. So, I did some research. I read some stuff. As far as I can tell, there's no real big lore explanation or cohesive system for what makes a servant alter. It's just a servant who has been altered, going all the way back to Fate Stay Night, where Saber was corrupted by Dark Sakura / All the World's Evils and became Saber Alter. Thus, alter. And then they came up with the term, so it's stuck.
Yeah, classic animism. But the way I honestly see it, it's basically a servant through a different perception of who or what they are. Yeah,
maybe perception is because there are some who would be perceptive, but maybe perception is not applicable to all of them because it.
Jean Alter is definitely not, because that.
Yeah, there has to be something that creates this altered state, but it's not 100% external, as we can see with Atalanta Alter. That's technically not external because she's using a noble phantasm that is hers, but the situation that would cause Atalanta to use Agrias Metamorphosis and alter herself, because she literally metamorphoses, is kind of a thing. That said, let us not assume that because they're alters, the alter is like, oh, this is the evil version, because no, that's not true. Lancer Alter is an alter, and she's still lawful good. Her profile says, in fact, unless she was cursed by something super evil, all the world's evils, even in her Lancer form, she will not be a tyrant or an evil king. So, Lancer Alter is probably the weirdest alter, because she has, no fucking in-game backstory. It's all just little snippets from her profile, and then a couple of things she says in, a couple of events.
Right, she, essentially the story is that she chose to be this, to be able to properly wield the power of the Rongo Myriad to keep her humanity.
Right,
because
Ron is a divine construct like Excalibur, and if you use it, you eventually get more godly. It
takes away your humanity and makes you more of a god.
Because, however, guess what? In case you can't tell from meeting Artemis, Nasiverse is one of those settings where the gods are weird, and they are decidedly not human-like. You can see this a little bit in the attitudes of some of the other actual, honest-to-goodness, godlike characters, like the pseudo-servants, or even a little bit the Gorgon sisters. Because, Susanna and Urale are weird sometimes, where they act like they're the same person, because they are matched goddesses of something, right? They're a little weird in how they interact with people and stuff.
Right. So essentially what happens is that Artoria, Lancer, starts getting that blue and orange morality and starts thinking of really robotic ways of being king, essentially, I guess you could say. She's not someone you'd
a lot
actually
more
want.
emphasis on the lawful part of lawful good.
Yes, she wants to make the world a glass crater because it'd be a better place, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of this in Camelot, which is coming out very soon. But this is basically what normal Lancer Alter is like. Though oddly enough, she's still lawful good. So even if you summon her, she's a little less crazy than she might be in the story. But yeah, basically,
she doesn't have the green eyes. The green eyes is the cue. The green eyes are the cue that she's lost it.
She's still a very godlike figure, which means she's a little larger than life in more ways than one. Heyo.
It's not like that's referenced every time she pops up.
Yeah, I mean it is. That is literally the joke.
I see what you did there, Lucky. Yes, larger than life.
I
know what else is larger than life.
Yeah, you got it. The lance made her grow, made her an adult, with its extra magic power.
It was the mana all along. That's what it was.
Yes, apparently Mariko flows into the boobs. Big shrug. But yeah, so Lancer Alter was like, okay, I got my spear. Oh, whoops, here I go. I'm turned into a goddess lady. No, I'm gonna be human, but also I'm a ghost or something now because I'm in the Wild Hunt and I'm the Storm King, and that's really not explained at all. But yeah, I'm altered now. I'm a scary dragon lady who's actually really good inside.
A good guy.
I'm super good, guys. Never mind that I'm, all purple and spiky.
You can totally trust me and my pale skin and my black armor and my nightmare and my really cold, evil yellow eyes. You can totally trust me.
My lance shoots, blacker than night thunderstorms at people and does bad things to them, like curse.
But I swear I'm a good guy. In fact, I'm a gooder guy now.
I'm even more good. Never mind the other me, the 5-star me, who's all white and shiny and called the Lion King and stuff, and extra fluffy, who just makes shining golden craters.
Yeah, and is extremely pleasant and such. No, she's the bad guy. I'm the good version.
Yeah, so Lancer Alter is a very odd character, but it does prove that you don't necessarily go evil. Also, arguably,
Oh god, yeah, apparently you definitely don't go evil if we're gonna ever talk about Okita Alter in terms of her personality.
Yeah. Okita Alter is a counter guardian, so she's true neutral, like the original Emiya.
Right.
Actually, what's
But
Emiya
she's
Alter's?
still called Okita Alter for
whatever
reason.
Yeah, so the altered servants are altered. They are like that servant, but they are still changed. And like I said, it's kind of external, but kind of not, because like Atalante. But at the same time, like looking at the list, a lot of these have situations that alter them. So the original Saber Alter, and thus also Santa Alter and Rider Alter, because those are just jokes about Saber Alter. They really are. There.
I guess a lot of you can say is it's the servants that have the what if clause attached to them.
Yeah,
basically.
They're like a lot of extra what ifs. Like they are out there possibilities created by some circumstance, some weird quirk of the timeline.
Yeah, like specifically with John Alter and Ku Alter, who were basically made upon wishes, is basically like, what if Jean was actually cruel and unforgiving? What if Ku was like a tyrant of a king?
And what if Emiya met Kiara?
Yeah, poor Emiya Alter. That poor son of a bitch. He got real fucked over in that situation. That's gonna come up a lot when CCC event comes to us. So we don't really need to get into that, but it's all Kiara's fault. No. Well, it's a little bit Emiya's fault because...
But it's definitely Kiara's fault.
It's extra her fault. But yeah, Emiya Alter's in a weird case where his fate has been extra warped. You didn't think that regular Emiya had a shitty enough life. Oh no, it can get worse. And
it can get worse because literally even as a servant, he is actually a corpse who is falling apart. That is actually his story.
If you look at his, Ascension sprites, he is literally stitched together by his reinforcement. So yeah, no, Emiya Alter is a bad time. But yeah, Jean Alter and Ku are wishes on the Grail because as it turns out, the way Jean's character is written, she can't actually be evil. She's too nice. Also, theoretically, there's, I
There's literally a rule about this. She is actually too nice to be properly altered.
I'm trying to remember which other Nasu was it in, Tsukihime, or was it in? I think it was in Tsukihime, where they talked about theoretically that Jeanne doesn't actually hear the voice of God. She hears the voice of human consciousness and the counterforce. So that could make sense that she is like a fixed point as good, because there's a lot of cosmic stuff going on behind the scenes there. Maybe. We don't know for sure. That's technically an entirely different
All we know is
timeline.
that she definitely does have power from something.
Yes. There is something that guides her, and it makes her super good, and so she cannot be altered. So instead, you get Jeanne alter a counterfeit, which is just Gilles asked for a Jeanne who was filled with vengeance, and the result is an anti-saint who is basically all the shitty propaganda stories about Jeanne.
Exactly. She's still a what if, but basically, like, yeah,
But she is
in
a
terms
what
of
if
lore, she can't
who
happen.
cannot actually exist. Like, hypothetical that doesn't... Like, there's no actual probability of it happening.
Right, her character is too nice to ever let it happen, but lore, like, her story, you know, she can do this.
And then, coup alter is, Maeve asked for her best coup, the most savage and absolutely ignoring me, because I guess that's what she liked about him.
She wanted a king.
And
So she got a king.
Coup alter's version of kingdom is that I'm literally the last thing alive, and then I am the king. So I'm gonna turn into a scary fishbone man and stab everything.
Grr, and battle isn't fun. Grr, life is suffering. Grr.
I don't like anything. I'm completely dead inside. Yeah, so, this actually brings up a good point. So if you want to talk about alters, you might be like, oh, but if alters are, like, different versions, like, why isn't, like, Lancelot Berserker altered? No. Like, Madness Enhancement can warp a servant's outlook, but it's still a part of their natural outlook, right? Like, it's an external enhancement, but all those berserkers were also kind of crazy at some point in their life. That's how the class qualification works, and we can get into that in another topic later. So, hey, if
But
you've ever watched
alters, on
Monty
the other
Python's
hand-
and the Holy Grail, those jokes about Lancelot just stabbing everybody for no reason, those aren't actually jokes. That's actually how Lancelot is in the story. He literally just stabbed lots of people for no reason, because he likes to stab people. Lancelot's kind of an asshole.
Right.
But
But see, that's the thing. Alters, on the other hand, are what ifs. Like, they
Yeah.
never actually happened.
They could have happened, or they will happen if some other circumstance makes them happen. Like, if you curse King Arthur with a shitload of evil, she becomes an evil King Arthur, but that didn't actually happen. There's not actually... She was not an evil person at any timeline.
Or we can go further beyond and say that she went through a what if where she threw away her sword and got a lance, and then that what if had a further what if what ifception apparently, where she's like, nah, I want to stay human though. I don't want this lance to corrupt me.
And MHX Ultra is another weird case. She is also an anti-saber weapon, but she was like raised
I will
to
destroy
other
Mysterious
anti-saber
Heroine
weapons.
X.
Yeah, so but that's obviously MHX is kind of a gag character from a gag like idea.
She's another what if of a what if. Oh no.
So she's like extra what if, which makes her weird. Atalanta Alter is literally just Atalanta using the Agrius Metamorphosis, but that is also a what if scenario. That's not canon to her. That's just a thing she can do because she has the NP. And normal Atalante would never ever do that because that's real bad. She only does it in
she never,
Apocrypha
ever
because
would do
of
that.
very specific circumstances, which basically trigger the shit out of her and make her very angry at Jean. Which is very sad because Jean is all nice all the time.
John is nice, but she does not hide from the truth.
No. And then Okita Alter is a, or Majin Saber as she was, Devil Saber in the original Kohei Ace. She's a weird case. She is the fusion of Nobu and Okita, and also she ate a Grail, which was filled with other servants, so her what-if scenario is like the, what if Okita didn't die in her youth and was actually super strong? And it's caused by eating lots of other servant essence, basically. So she ends up a freakishly powerful, weird version of herself.
Yes, a version of herself that's like, I remember these things, but I don't know anything about myself. It's like...
Yeah,
she
because
knows,
Okita Alter
but doesn't know.
is another counter guardian. She is summoned by the counter force to fuck up shit that's fucking up human history. Weird.
She's
that's
a lot
almost
like
what we
Emi
do.
Assassin in that regard.
So she has a very weird situation. Like, she's always talking about how her Saint Graph should be temporary. And that's obviously, that can be a big, like, bonding thing with you, where she's like, yeah, Master, you're super awesome, even if my Saint Graph explodes. Because that's a thing that can happen.
And she definitely does call you awesome multiple times.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like, you're
she
so
likes
awesome,
you.
Master. I like you.
But she can't remember what the fuck her beam is called. That's also not a
Yes.
joke. Literally, she has multiple variants on her NP line, which is like, something beam.
Something cool beam!
And one
Just
of
like
her
that.
skill lines is, I'm not sleepy. I fell asleep. And she, like, stumbles a little bit on her giant
She even
shoes.
refers to herself eventually, if you ascend her far enough, as Super Majin Saber Okita.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so she is an altered circumstance. You see that with all the alters. They are those what if scenarios. They are, so we took this character and we wiggled them a little. Though once again, it's like, we keep coming back to Lancer Alter. It's such a funny circumstance, like, where the altered version came out way before the regular version, so you're like, what's the non-altered version of this
What
character
is your
supposed to be
deal?
like? And then Camelot comes out and you're like, oh my.
That's Father. Yep. Thanks for explaining nothing, London chapter.
Yeah, London really did not.
Yeah. London
Really did
chapter
not.
explained absolutely nothing. She didn't even have a single... I don't even think she had a single
Nope, I was about
dialogue.
to say that. She
Nope,
literally has no lines, because she was summoned with madness enhancement, like Tesla. So
And
she
it's
doesn't
made even
speak.
worse. It's exacerbated by the fact that if you don't have her, so you can't, like, see her bond level stuff and her interlude and stuff, all you have after that is her random appearance in the Kara no Kyokai event, where she is basically the guard of
Yeah.
the higher floors.
Yeah, she's a
and
floor boss,
totally
basically.
roasts Shiki.
Yeah.
And then after that, she's a joke in Journey to the West.
Mhm.
So
That
Put her in for boobs!
that's clearly all that matters.
eyes
Yeah.
right here. I think that joke has happened twice, because
And I loved it. It's like one of the few times I am okay with boob jokes, because at least they did a different version of it every single time.
And also, it's funny because in London, in her dead serious Say Nothing appearance, she's in her first Ascension sprite, so you literally see nothing. She doesn't
Right.
speak.
In
you
fact,
can't see
that's-
her face. The only way you would know it's Lancer Alter is because Mordred is like, I'm pretty sure that's a father. That's a Chichiue.
I gotta go kill it.
I distinctly remember that Lance, penetrating my body and killing me on Camlin Hill. That's not like I have baggage about that or anything.
Nope. In fact, apparently she has so little baggage about it that she barely even mentions it.
Well,
In London.
Mordred is really not the sharing type, let me tell you. She would
Who
not.
remembers a half-eaten bar of chocolate?
She's awful cagey about how she feels about stuff throughout the entire London event, which is kind of sweet, because she's trying to play a good guy, but at the same time she's like, yeah, I'm kind of also a bad guy, so, I'm not going to tell you things, but also, I'm going to be fun, and I'm going to fight this father.
Point
yeah,
is, Lancer Alter is massive foreshadowing for no good reason.
Yeah. You will get why she is a thing, and I think it's good that they made her, because, not just because, like, it's a different distribution, like, she's a story lock, 4-star, and then the other one's a story lock 5-star, and I think they have these same skills, though, of course.
Not quite, because Lancer Alter is so much better, because she has protection of war.
But doesn't
Skills unlocked.
regular Artorial Lancer also have Protection of World's End?
No, she just has like an intuition skill.
Let me check. Artorial
I'm dead
Lancer.
serious. She only has like intuition.
Let's see, we got the Mana Burst, we got the Charisma. No, she has Protection of World's End EX, but it's completely different. It's increase your NP gauge and removes debuffs. So, it's not that version of Protection of the World's End. It does another thing.
Oh wait, she doesn't have it? I could have sworn she had intuition.
No,
Well, even so, it's nowhere near as good as Lancer Alter's Protection of World's End.
Yeah, no, it's just a 30 to 50% NP gauge, and then remove your own debuffs. So
That's whatever. It's
good,
not total power.
but it's not oh gee, I am a high buster Lancer who can just shit on a bunch of crit stars and also stick them to me in the same turn.
I think that's a little too OP. That's breaking all the things, Storms.
But yeah, so they have slightly different skill sets, but the explanation of the skill is still the same, which is really telling you nothing. You'd think for all this deep lore they do that, especially for these weird, like, original What If characters, they do some more work, but no, just fuck you. We have no idea what Protection of the World's End mean. Your stats are ranked up because the spear likes you. And also, technically, I think both Lancers Artorias have invisible air still, but it just doesn't come up. But yeah, so that's our big topic on altars. They're I hope you find that interesting. We've talked a lot about like kind of how they work and how there's not really a rule. It's just a thing they slap on there, and and
they're all dark and emo looking.
Yeah. There is a look to altars which is definitely taken from the original Saber altar, and just like, oh yeah, no, we're gonna do this thing with the eyes. Like a lot of them do the glowing golden eyes. Even though originally I think that was supposed to be a sign that Artoria's dragon traits are activated. That's why she had gold eyes.
But now they all have gold eyes. Every single one of them.
It's a thing now. And then there's always the question of where the Ahoge goes.
Oh.
Because if you remove the Ahoge from Saber, she becomes Saber Altar. But I think Jean is the reverse way. Regular Jean does not have the hair antenna, but Jean Altar does. And
hey, at least with Lancer version of Artoria, she doesn't even have an Ahoge, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not that you can be able to tell in their first ascension because they have helmets.
He does have it. Yep, my mistake.
I expected. And then MHX, I think both of them have the Ahoge.
It's just the problem is Akira's art made it so tiny. Mm.
But yeah, so it's an interesting thing. The Altar's a lot of interesting characters. Lots of them are sad, except Altar Santa Lily, who's just stacking templates like this is 3.5 D&D. Gonna get all those templates in there. She's just adorable.
She's best Jean. That's what she is.
So that's our rough outline. Lucky, you added this little tidbit, so we'll now you're gonna speak. You're still here. You're alive.
Yeah. No, I was trying to speak earlier, but you guys just would not shut up. So
we were just so excited, Lucky.
I was wrapping up the topic, but
the
voice pulled me back a little.
Yeah. So, with the idea of altars, it actually honestly opens up a lot of potential for what people can do with servants, and you also often see a lot of people like coming up with their own ideas for what they think with servants. We do this ourselves. Like we do a show we do once in a while. Trademark.
Sometime when we feel like
when we feel like it, you can go bonus stage. And of course I do my own brainstorming on it. Oh man, carbonation. And I just want to get a couple of my own ideas out there because I think they're cool and I want to share them. So I have like 2 ideas for altars and a little bit of story behind each one of them. So I just want to get out. So the first one is, believe it or not, one that has kind of been seen, but kind of not, which is a Drake altar, Francis Drake. Now, if I remember correctly, a altar appears in the Agartha chapter, but everyone's kind of like, is that really an altar? Is that really not?
Yeah,
well, I'm not basing mine off that.
There is a very altar-style sprite of her that appears, but technically she is being a different character at the moment. But that's kind of like how and why is kind of a spoiler, but the fact that it is, because I think it's mentioned that Drake has gone missing, but also, just fucking look at the sprite, guys. It's not hard. She's got the boobs and the eye patch, and a giant hat. It's like I said, it's not rocket science, guys. Or as some of my professors like to say, it's not rocket surgery, guys.
But an idea I would have for a Drake altar would actually be a caster. And this is actually based off of an urban legend because, as you know, as you see from a profile, Francis Drake really fucked up the Spanish Armada. really fucked it up to the point that the Spanish were starting to think that Drake had a magic mirror that she could use to spy on them and even control the seas. And so I think if like you were to take out the more you know, I wouldn't say piratey, but the
if you
free
focus
spirit
less on the grounded aspects of a Drake as just, oh gee, I'm a pirate who I like to pirate and drink and get money, and
make her
focused on
more
this weird urban legend. I am a Satanist with an evil mirror who will destroy the Spanish.
Yep. Basically make her more militant, more driven to like destroying her enemies. It's like I think that sets a great groundwork for an altar. Now, how you would get this altar, don't have an idea because honestly, I honestly think like the thing with these what is you usually need some sort of external force to force the change.
The easiest thing is just rub some Grail mud on it.
Like rail some Grail money. Like usually a Grail is at some point, or you need some cosmic horror entity.
Yeah, because
we don't need an external source. We don't need external source. I mean, Lancer Alter literally summoned herself out of being because she's like, I just feel like being here today.
Well, you guys have already like firmly established that she is the odd duck, the oddest duck in this group.
But hey, why not Drake?
But also, two bullet points I wanted to add. One, in case you guys haven't figured out, Grails are bad, probably.
Yeah.
Which is
they're full of mud.
Safely
they're
dispose
icky.
of them
They're
by
gross.
just gluing them to our servants, and not fucking around with the other weird stuff that a Grail can do. Because wishes are bad, yo.
Yeah, we take them for granted. They're full of dirt.
Or booze in some cases.
Yeah, icky booze. Do not pick up off floor.
I don't know. I firmly remember Drink pulling her Grey out of her chest and drinking rum from it.
Oh, that's true.
But also the other thing I was going to say was
Drake become an altar?
it's because she
that
was
was like
real.
the perfect opportunity.
It's because she was a real life person at the time.
And her wish upon the Grail was just to be able to provide food and drink for her men.
Yeah.
Like that's all she wanted it to do.
So the Grail was just full of food and booze all the time. Like there was no altering going on. The other thing I was going to say was like, and before anybody gets into a big deal about it, let's not forget that Drake is already chaotic evil.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's true.
Because pirates.
Honestly, I think, yep.
Well, hey, if both versions of Lancer and Arya can be good, I don't think that's a problem either.
Well, honestly, I feel like a caster Drake like that would probably be lawful evil.
Maybe
it's like she has a discipline. That discipline might be to be destroying a certain group, but focus.
We'll do it in the Lost Belt. They'll introduce Saber Queen Elizabeth the First, and then also the evil Drake.
That'd be cool.
And they can hang out.
That'd be hardcore, man.
So cool. The second one I thought of actually isn't purely original. You actually see a lot of this around, including some really badass art. Like I wish I think I have it.
You could see it somewhere.
But if you guys have Marie Antoinette and you've done her interlude, you've definitely heard, and if you've done the Orleans chapter because she mentions it there, but you've definitely heard of Marie Antoinette talking about her altered self.
Yeah,
and at some point you even fight her shadow.
Except when she has this conversation with regular Jean about Jean Alter, Marie flat out says that she thinks that there could be a real version of herself who was that twisted up with vengeance, right? Like, who could actually not be her, all-loving, graceful self and be really mad at some people for some things.
Yeah. So, a Marie Antoinette altar, which honestly I think really should happen, would basically be the embodiment of what the French peasantry and Robespierre thought of Marie Antoinette at the time.
Or it's possible even not necessarily like the embodiment, like it would be regular Mary who, being angry and evil about all that stuff, just becomes that person. Like the classic, oh, you think I'm bad, huh? Well, I'm gonna...
Wait till you see me now!
I'm gonna destroy you with my crystal horn. Somebody would make a joke about let them eat cake, but it would have to be something. It'd have to be a thing. But that's, once again, we'll save that for another Teach Me Omega-Sensei topic where we talk about noble phantasms. Because
I want to
those are
say,
really-
I kind of want to say that like Marie Antoinette altar would be a ruler, because she can't be a caster. We already have one, and that
well,
is.
she could, I mean, if she's
summertime.
consumed by vengeance, it's a cheap shot, but she could be an Avenger. That's literally what they made
Yeah.
this for.
Yeah.
Or maybe
But,
she could hook up with French Cthulhu, and she could be a foreigner.
Oh my god, French Cthulhu!
Honestly, that could
I actually
probably-
don't know a lot about the Cthulhu mythos in France and Central Europe. Probably something to do with the Divermis Mysteries, or maybe Sathagwa, I don't know.
Let's see. Like, I'm gonna go type in the. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I'm gonna go type in French cosmic horror and see what the fuck comes up.
Actually, I know. That'd probably be
At least when
the
I
big
did it with
H.
Hokusai, it made sense because he made the painting about the octopus and his wife.
It could be the big H. You know, Mr. Haster, the King in Yellow. Don't say his name 3 times. By the way, holy shit, Delayworks could do so much with foreigners if they felt like it.
They really could.
Where's our welfare?
Oh, I'm sure we
foreigner?
haven't seen the last of them. I mean, seriously, if they have not dropped yet, I know it's pretty easy to make an alter ego, but still, if they haven't dropped that yet, I don't think we've seen the last of foreigners.
Yeah, probably not.
Especially when they literally pulled Hokusai right out of their butts. They're just like, here's
Surprise!
a foreigner.
Yeah, they just threw her in to kind of sort of have a meta context, but mostly we just wanted to pull out another New Year servant who will maybe come back in like 6 months.
Right.
Bring out the goat with 1,000 young. That's a waifu.
Let's not talk about Shove Niggerette. I'm just, by the way, guys, hold on, I gotta leave the show. I gotta go turn on my favorite Darks to the Hook on Tickets thong, Six Gun Gorgon Dynamo, which is hard to say rapidly. Look it up. Oh my god. I could talk about the Darks to the Hillside Thickets. They're great. They're a Cthulhu-themed rock band. But anyway.
Yes!
Yeah, no.
But Marie Alter, it's like you can actually find like art of what people like think of her. Usually, like she has her hair down and long. She usually has like a scar.
Right, she's
around
got like
her
the
neck,
stitch
because-
neck because she is post-decapitation. In case you forgot, that
Yep.
Sanson's an asshole. Do not feel bad for Sanson. He is a dickbag.
Yep.
But he was so cool in Salem, though.
Listen, characters can have growth and be okay, but they're still dickbags. You don't have to feel bad for them.
Yeah, I never felt bad for Sanson. That dude is literally in love with decapitation. He gets off on it.
That was
according to Fate lore.
like we want to talk about how there's always a little bit of creepo dialogue in these stories. Just I guess that's how the writing works out. Like Caligula's a little weird to Nero. Even though Nero isn't his favorite sister's kid, but they just have to sneak that creepy dialogue in there. But that's definitely some of the creepiest dialogue in Orleans is Sanson talking to Mary. Luckily, you kick his ass, and Mary gets to be really cool and fights Jean Alter and Fafnir off screen.
Yeah, that was pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. That was definitely one of the highlights.
If we ever do like a little OVA or something about Orleans, can we please get that super animated? Like
I would love to.
Do like the last episodes of Apocrypha level detail on that.
Oh man, like her summoning her whole crystal palace. Oh god, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, no, but we like Mary. In case you couldn't tell, we like her a lot. She's adorable, but also pretty rad. Oh yeah, no. So that's I think that's all the altar topic to get out, and we're getting close on 2 hours, so it's probably time to wrap this up.
Alrighty.
So basically, Lancer Alter was the key to all this, in that she was like, "Hey, anything can be an altar at any time. You'll never see them coming.
Yeah, she was.
You
kind
want
of
a
the first
Drake altar?
surprise.
Here you go."
She was kind of the first real surprise because I think she's the first original altar. Like obviously, with the way the events timed out, you got like Saber Altar appeared in story first and then was released, and then you got Santa Altar of her. Jean Altar was introduced in the story, but she was very clearly a kind of similar deal, even if she wasn't the real Jean. She was like, oh, gee, the evil Holy Grail did a weird thing again. And then Lancer Altar's just
Grail.
like, what the fuck ever, man. Like, just make her pale, slap some purple on her, make her shoot black lightning shit at people. That's an altar. And they keep going.
Now I have to wonder, did Lancer Alter come first, or regular Artoria Lancer?
So
As in, like, when they were drawn.
It is to my understanding that when she was first released, in Japan she got a patch to her profile, but when Lancer Alter was first released, her profile read very similar to future Lancer Artoria's profile, so it seemed a lot like she was a weird chance to, like, almost like cash in and introduce her sort of character sooner.
I was about to... you made me think. I was like, you know what? Maybe what it was is that Lancer Alter, all along, originally was just meant to be, like, what if Artoria had boobs and a lance instead of Excalibur? And therefore, that would be
They
just
realized
boom.
that they could turn that into an extra thing, and they had to split the characters.
Right.
Which could be possible.
Artoria with the dagger win.
Yeah, we don't have a quote unquote real Artoria as an assassin, which would also totally work.
Yeah.
She's got
Yeah, I
the
think it's
dagger
called
that turns
Karnwinen or something like
Yeah,
that.
something
Yeah, it's Carwin.
Yeah,
it's a dagger that
like,
basically turns the user invisible.
Right.
Single target arts.
She killed a witch with it.
Single target arts gives you evade, the bonus damage against magic enemies or something
Something.
like that. It's a
Also
thing.
make an alter version of it. And get
Yeah.
a seasonal. Seriously, DW, you could be rolling in cash money.
Also,
Assassin
do remember
Artoria.
that Mordred's surfboard is Arthur's shield boat that she stole. So that's also
No, that's fan art. So there isn't a Lancer Artoria
Summer?
swimsuit yet.
not yet.
Nope, not yet.
We're
Yeah.
hoping they're gonna keep the Saberface train rolling. There's been a saber of some sort. Both years there was a summer, so maybe one of the 5 stars this year will be a Lancer. Only not a Lancer anymore, probably
I hope-
because it's summer.
Watch, she's actually gonna be wearing something super conservative, and people are
She'll
just gonna...
be the caster. Oh, she could like cast storms and shit. Oh my god. I figured it out, guys.
And then
I feel like a Lancer Artoria swimsuit would probably be the villain of summer.
Oh yes, make it Artoria Lancer Alter swimsuit summer version who was actually a caster.
the caster would definitely put Ayako Kawasumi closer to her dream of having a support list of nothing but Artoria.
Yes.
By the way, she has said that is a goal of hers, and she pressures the developers to make her dream come true. She wants to voice an Artoria of every class.
Yo, I just figured it out. I know when they're saving Artoria Assassin. This is my... Oh man, you heard it here first. Oh boy. You know how in Lost Belt there's supposed to be a chapter that mentions the round table, and it's a high alternate universe, like it's supposed to be like way off the scale?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, Artoria is gonna be like Robin Hood style assassin, and you'll be like, what the fuck?
Actually, yeah, I can see this, because you could do the altar where Morgan gets the throne, because that's obviously a cue to put Morgan in the game. And you know they're gonna, because they gave her an entirely different character design for the anime of Apocrypha, and actually put her in when she wasn't. So that would be a total comparison.
And then you could have like Merlin alter and shit, and it'd be like, what the fuck is going on? It's like...
Have a Merlin that shows off more of his succubus nature.
Incubus is the other thing.
Sexy Merlin.
It's like not just fluffy, but sexy.
Merlin,
oh
no
god,
shirt.
Merlin alter is a chick.
No, that's prototype Merlin, and that's canonical.
Yeah, it's actually prototype Merlin all along, and yeah, it's Morgan Le Fay at the throne, and Artoria has become an assassin, Robin Hood style, baby.
And you can put Sir Kay in, because he has a design now, I think thanks to the Case Files manga. Or maybe the light novel, I don't know. But yeah, no,
Yo, yeah, if they do something like that, oh, I will be so excited for this Lost Belt if they do something like that.
But also, guys,
that
what
would-
about Gareth Chan? Also, seriously though, what about Gareth Chan? I want to build the Orkney Rangers. give me a playable Agravain and Gareth. They can even have different color themes. They will literally be a ranger team of Orkneys. Mordred's Orkney Red, Gawain is Orkney something. I don't know what color Gawain is. Blue? I guess blue is
Yeah,
his
Gawain
prominent
is like
color.
the blue one.
He's the bluest. Agravain is black.
Tristan would be red or something like that.
Nah, but Tristan's not related to them. I'm talking specifically about the Orkney siblings, because in case people have forgotten, Gawain is Mordred's oldest brother, and that means Mordred is the youngest under Agravain, Gareth, Harris, Gawain, etc.
But to answer what I think your question was going to be, Lucky, the next Lost Belt actually should probably be coming pretty soon. Like maybe at most a month from now.
When was the actual first one? What date was that?
I think that was around March or April, if I
Japan
remember correctly.
Events happened when in Japan?
Because I'll be honest, I don't know anything about the story, but it's kind of to avoid all the fucking servants that pop up on my Twitter.
All I know
chat.
is that if there's definitely a Lost Belt anyone is the most, I guess, hype about, beyond the fact that Canis exists, and she's like basically the Boba Fett of Fate right now.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe, because she's actually had characterization in the first Lost Belt.
right.
Prologue scenes.
But if there's any Lost Belt in particular people are like the most speculative and hype about, it would definitely be the one that literally says something something round table. And I mean something something as in like everything about it's blacked out.
But also it's in like 500, it's like 500 AD, which we know is like primo roundtable time.
Right.
So the Anastasia release campaign, which would be the time when the Lost Belt chapter dropped, was the 4th of April this year.
Okay.
So that was 2 months ago. So yeah, probably next month it will be announced for sure.
Right.
And this month is mostly over.
And then they'll probably have the summer event like immediately after it. That's just my guess.
Oh yeah, actually that would work out in
We're on
time, right?
to you,
Because
July
it would be just like Camelot. It would be a story chapter, then the anniversary, then the summer event.
Right.
Ooh boy, Japan, we pray for your wallets.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause,
Yeah, that one's going to be Götterdämmerung, which is supposed to be like German for Ragnarok.
Yeah, basically.
So-
it's the Twilight of the Gods.
Yeah. I'm going to bet that's where Canis shows up, and everyone's going to splooge all over.
Also, probably Sigurd, not Siegfried, but Sigurd.
I'm expecting a Brynhild to right up.
And then there'll be a trap, and then there'll be a new waifu, and everyone will be like, oh my god, this is better than Canis! Why didn't I see this coming? It happens every time.
Wrong. They're going to be wrong. Because Canis is big, strong, with a bare navel, and she's brownish.
Just you wait and see, there's gonna be something. There's gonna be something, they're gonna sucker punch you, and you're gonna fuck!
It's been canonically established the only way they could get me is with more Mordred or more Medusa. I don't think that's happening in that Lost Belt.
We shall see!
It's gonna be real hard to get me. The closest they've come so far is Okita Altar. So we'll see. Oh, and gee, it's almost like Okita Altar has some things in common with Canis.
Yeah, almost.
So real talk. What's your favorite pet name for Okita? Is it Okita Altar when it's just one word? Is it Choco Okita? Or is it Okita Tan?
Shakokita.
Yeah, Choco Okita. Yeah, that was my favorite. Makes it sound like Latino.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't smash those words together. So I'll just say okay. Or I will continue to do what I've done in the past and just say Majin Saber, because that's which one I mean then. Alright, so yeah, let's for reals wrap this up. Meme of the week. Lucky does side jobs, which people found hilarious when you said it.
I think it's funny that it's just like I'm going out, I'm currently not working, and I'm all like, nope, I need me mama. So I went out and did some day labor work, got paid. I'm like, hey guys, I'm gonna come back. So I did some under the table work, and everyone was all like, hee hee.
Much Lenny faces. Lots of suspicion. Also, then later you got into it by selling things.
Yep.
But you were not specific on what you sold. People were more concerned about you, ending your livelihood then, which is weird because you're selling things.
Yeah.
So, that means you have more money.
Yeah.
Then it may just have been because you were also slowly dying of nosebleeds.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So that was the thing. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Now we
have master feedback.
Lucky,
yeah.
go ahead and take this.
I'm gonna take it.
You wrote this.
Yeah. So master feedback. So we're gonna be doing a new Slice of Life podcast. As you might have known, we haven't recorded Anime Power Hour in several weeks. It's probably dead. It's not coming back. The shirt's gonna be gone soon. Forever. But we're going to replace it with a Slice of Life podcast where we just talk about life and what's happening. And we want to know from you what you want to hear us talking about, whether it be games, anime, real world issues, news, or even how Lucky has fucked up his life even more yet again. Because trust me, it happens on a semi-regular basis. But let us know what you like to hear us talk about, because we have gotten a lot of feedback of people just liking to hear us talk and go back and forth about every old little thing we do.
Yeah, no. Basically, we decided to do this because, like we said, we're pretty sure we're stopping Power Hour. We might do like one more like final episode to cap off the season and talk about the shows that we were watching once they're all done, to round it out so it has an actual conclusion. But not a lot of people really watched it, and the format started to get rough for us to do because it was very much okay, you definitely have to watch X show before X day. And you have to, for me anyway, you have to get in a recap of it, which means obviously I have to, like, watch it in a mood where I can write about it and stuff. So it got to be kind of a pain in the ass to do for little views, so we were like, okay, we'll retool and we'll do something else, and then Lucky came to me with the Slice of Life idea, and like, yeah, people always are talking about, as we can tell from this episode, which is long, people always say how they like to hear more of us, so we figured we just give them more of us talking about stuff, and it'll be like, what do you want? You want us to talk about TV? We can talk about anime. We can talk about what games we're playing, just life stuff. And we really, though, since you are the audience, we want you to tell us, like, what sort of stuff you'd like to hear. Because if you want us to talk, as evidenced from some of the times where we were in our E3 mode, and we were, like, between live streams, we'll talk about fucking anything.
Oh, yeah.
Lucky in particular is real good at just stream of consciousness talking, and I tend to be verbose, so if you get me started on a subject I actually give a flip about, I will talk a lot. So that's Master Feed. And that, I think, is our show, boys. So, if
oh boy,
like
I feel like I fucked this one up. I was the cringe master, cringe overlord. I am the suck.
And yet, I will guarantee you that this will be one of our most popular episodes with the most likes and possibly the most comments.
Oh shit, really?
It's almost like I have
Spirits
analytics
return.
or something.
Cookies.
Tell me.
I feel cookies.
We can get some cookies. Let's get some cookies after this. Remember to come to our channel, guys. We have cookies, much like the dark side. So, if you like this video, give it a like. If you have any comments about the show, any of the many questions we have asked directly to you, leave them in the comment section down below the video. Or if you're one of the few that can listen to this early on Patreon, because it's a thing you can do for just $1 a month, just drop those in the Patreon comments. I get notifications about those too. I read those. And of course, if you are new here and have not already, please subscribe to get all our videos. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications. As mentioned, we have a Patreon. We also have a merch store. You can get shirts and stuff. We have this one design. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's got Astafel on it, but Lucky drew it, and it'd be really cool if somebody bought that. You can get it on a shirt. You can get it on a phone case. You can get it on a pillow. Not that kind of pillow, you perverts. Not that we wouldn't. We just can't do that particular. And this has been Let's Talk FGO. We will see you next week for probably Onigashima's Second Thoughts, which will continue to be joyous, and you will see how Lucky is doing with his soul-crushing lack of a mother figure. Listen, it's been 2 hours, guys. I can't really talk anymore. And
why is Raita make?
Why is Raita good? I don't know. When VC4?
No.
I'm sorry.
I'm not even gonna try and end this. Cut it.
All right, that is the end of our show. And if there's some kind of news or something, I'll let you know. Keep your butts warmed for the anniversary in the end. It's happening sometime.